Hey, you guys, welcome. It's Healy Hobson. I'm excited to share with you a little introduction about essential oils today. Actually, I'll probably end up giving you more than a little intro, knowing me, just because I'm so passionate about the subject. But welcome, and I'm happy to have you here with me. This is one of my passions. As you guys know, or may know, I am not only passionate about essential oils, but I'm also a life coach, a business coach, a seven-figure momtrepreneur, I like to call myself, because I'm passionate about both being a mom and an entrepreneur. I've been in this network marketing business for a couple of years, and the reason I chose it is because of the commitment that I have to natural products and to holistic wellness and to helping other people not only achieve their health and wellness goals, but also helping people achieve their goals of financial freedom, which has happened for me. So I'm happy to share all of my knowledge that I can with you today. And what we're going to cover are what essential oils are, how you can use them, which essential oils you should use, my favorite go-to oils, and then how you can get started with essential oils and simply fall in love with them yourself. So first of all, I'm just going to let you know that essential oils have basically become a major part of my life over the last several years. My entire family uses them. We literally have oils all over our house. I'm going to show you a picture of a kit called the Every Oil Kit in a little while. And we have one upstairs in our bedroom, which has every oil. We've got one downstairs in the living room, which has every oil. I've got mini versions of that kit in my purse, in my husband's little man bag, he likes to call it, in my travel bag. We've got all the cooking oils in our kitchen. Both of our girls have oils that they love to use before bedtime in their rooms. So they're just literally everywhere. And then we have a backup and a stock in our hallway closet, just because even though we have 5 versions of everything around the house, if one person runs out of one, we go through a little panic attack because they are that good. So I am passionate about them, as you can tell. I'm super excited to share that knowledge with you. So let's get started, you guys. So basically, first question always is what are essential oils and what are they used for? And basically, essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are found in the seeds, the bark, the stems, the root, the flowers, and other parts of plants. And they can be both beautifully and powerfully fragrant. And if you've ever, enjoyed of the gift of walking through like a lavender field or a rose, you can totally smell that freshly cut flower, right? And you experience that aromatic quality of the essential oils. And essential oils are very, very concentrated. You only need a drop or two. More is not better. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And they basically allow us the use of the natural immune system of plants on ourselves, because basically essential oils can help lift our moods, calm our senses, and elicit very powerful emotional responses in our body. And so this use of essential oils goes way beyond their fragrant appeal. And they've been used for many, 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 many years throughout history in many cultures for their health promoting properties. And now, thank goodness, modern trends towards more holistic approaches to self-care are happening. And there's a lot of growing scientific validation of what we call now alternative health practices. They're basically driving a rediscovery of the profound health benefits of essential oils. And that's why you may be thinking that you're seeing them everywhere right now. And so what happens is that there's a unique chemical structure in each essential oil sac, so to speak, and it allows them to deliver very targeted benefits through application. And certain oils can be used as dietary aids to promote vitality and in general for it to enhance your well-being. So I like to call this the wellness pyramid. This is actually a little pyramid that I got from doTERRA, the brand of oils that I use. And you'll see amongst this pyramid, when you're looking to have a lifestyle of health and wellness, at the bottom of the pyramid, most importantly, you want to make sure that you're eating right and you're exercising. And you also want to make sure, and as we've been hearing now for the last decade or more, that resting, managing stress, reducing your toxic load in your body are very important components of your overall health. And then on top of that is the ability to make your own informed self-care choices and proactively choose your medical care. And so one of the ways, or many of the ways, essential oils can help you are in these top 4 layers of this pyramid, as they do promote a better night's rest and helping through the management of the stress load or toxic load that happens in our world now. And obviously, by choosing to get educated, you're making informed self-care choices, as well as you are proactively choosing your own medical care. So why essential oils, people ask? Well, the essential oil of a plant is where all of the power and benefits are located. And the essential oil allows us to capture a very large amount of that goodness of the plant in a single drop. And basically what happens is that we are taking that essential oil sac that's like microscopic when you look at it on a plant, and we are carefully lifting it off of the plant through our extraction and then distillation methods. So and I say our by saying doTERRA, therapeutic grade oils are most often extracted via a low heat steam distillation process, in which steam is circulated under pressure through plant material, which then liberates the essential oils into a steam. And as the mixture cools, as the steam mixture cools, the water and the oils are separated and the oil is collected in its purest form. And to ensure that the highest quality oil extract of correct chemical composition, temperature, and pressure happens, this extraction method, distillation method must be monitored very closely, you guys, because too much heat or too little heat, too much pressure, not enough pressure will either not release the valuable oil, or if you have too much, you'll actually fracture the extract's delicate chemical composition and actually alter its potency. So it's very important to carefully control the extraction process and make sure that the plant species that you're dealing with, plant parts, are harvested at the perfect moment when their essential oil compounds are most concentrated. And this is basically what's required for a quality therapeutic grade oil extract. It's as much an art form, to be honest, as it is a science. And that's why doTERRA works with very experienced growers and distillers to make sure that they have a superior product. So, that's a little bit about like why and how. I want to give you a little bit more on the why. I mean, basically, nature is full of hugely beneficial and powerful plants, herbs, and spices that can aid and support our well-being. And the more that we tap into those and rid ourselves of the toxins and junk that are so prevalent in our society today, the better it is for us. And I know that all of you have had, or most all of you have, or maybe somebody who has had issues with toxins in the environment. As toxins are not just happening by toxic things that we put in our food or toxic air that we breathe. Toxins come into our bodies through our skin, through our throat, through our ears, through our mouth, so many different ways. And a lot of times toxic buildup can actually build up because of undue stress in our environment, which of course happens everywhere. It doesn't have to mean like you lost your job or you got in a car accident. It could be like, this morning I got out of my car. My dog was in the very, very back of my SUV and he jumped the seat and then jumped out the window. And I was like, oh my God, I got to grab him before, he gets to the kids. I was dropping my kid off at school. So that kind of stress, it seems innocuous, but it can really go deep into our body. And if we have a lot of it, we need to rid ourselves of it. And so that's where we can really tap into this holistic support from the oils. So which oils do I use and why? Basically doTERRA. I mean, that's the brand of my choice. I didn't ever intend on sharing doTERRA when I signed up with the company to get my own account. I just really wanted to invest in my own health and wellness and immune support. I had had issues my whole life where I didn't feel like I was as strong everywhere in my body as I wanted to be. And I chose this method just as a guess, in a sense, to see what would happen. And I was really pleasantly surprised with so many values and benefits that the oils gave me. So the reason why I chose doTERRA, and I spoke about this a little bit before, is its quality, its sourcing, its distillation, it's certified pure therapeutic grade, and the people. And when we talk about quality, we're talking about the fact that the oils are not only pure and natural aromatic compounds carefully extracted from plants, but we're also talking about the fact that they don't contain any fillers or artificial ingredients or contaminants that would dilute their active quality, such as pesticides, other chemical residues, or even carrier oils. Most companies, when you read the labels, are not 100% pure. And even if they're claiming to be, I kind of highly doubt it, knowing actually what goes into the testing with doTERRA right now. It's very important that we are keeping contaminants or anything that's not pure oils out of the oils, therefore assuring the presence of the oil's active compounds at the right levels. And it's necessary to guarantee safety and effectiveness. And like I said, many oils claim to be therapeutic grade, and some might be pure, but very few are subjected to the rigorous testing standards for chemical composition. And if you want to learn more about that, you can actually go to doTERRA.com and you can actually read about their sourcing and their composition and their testing and all of that kind of stuff. Basically, doTERRA's CPTG, their certified pure therapeutic grade oils, are cross-tested using mass spectrometry and gas chromatography to ensure both the extract purity and composition potency of each batch. And what I mean by that is most people actually are choosing an oil because they want the oil to be pure. But did you know that sometimes the oil that you get might be pure, but the composition of it is actually not correct to do what it's supposed to do? So we're actually testing, and also by a third party, FYI, to make sure that our oils actually fill up that composition structure exactly the way that they're supposed to, so that you are getting the maximum benefit from that oil. And we work very closely with a global network of leading essential oil chemists and growers to select the botanicals of correct species grown in the ideal environments and carefully harvested at the right time. And what I mean by that is, hey, you know what? If a plant has to be grown at 10,000 feet in altitude at a certain rainfall and climate and humidity, that is where we go. Literally all over the world. These aromatic compounds are plants that are skillfully extracted by the most experienced distillers and subjected to chemical analysis to ensure purity and composition. They are and represent the safest and most beneficial oils available in the world today. And that is basically what I have to say about quality, you guys. I mean, you can get synthetic. Why would you want that? You can get food grade. Why would you want that? You can get therapeutic, but wouldn't you want certified pure therapeutic, where you know that the composition structure is ideal and that they're being harvested in the indigenous environments at the right, like I said, altitude, climate, humidity, rainfall, et cetera, all over the world. Now, I want to talk a little bit about sourcing, because I personally have actually been to certain parts of the world where we have sourced our oils. In fact, I was in Haiti a couple of years ago. My husband's in Nepal as we speak. We source our vetiver in Haiti, our wintergreen in Nepal, and I'm on my way to Bulgaria next month to visit some of the growers out there. And what I want to say is that, just from my own experience, it's life-changing to see what doTERRA is doing in these communities, the impact that they are giving in these environments, helping people, giving them responsibility to, or helping them earn responsibility so that they can actually take ownership of their lives, and going in there and building communities and working with local farmers. It is such a blessing what goes on there. We are literally giving thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people jobs all over the world and making them feel like they are having an impact in our world as well, because they are. And, I was on the phone a couple nights ago with our growers in New Zealand who grow the Douglas fir out there. And basically what they said to me is that, doTERRA makes such an effort to work with them and pay them well and give them the best conditions of work, that they want to do the best that they can for doTERRA and for all of us. And they actually so thoroughly enjoy working for this company that it is, like I said, a blessing to work with all of these local farmers, these communities. I remember going into Haiti and instilling a well so that these people in this community could have fresh water coming out of a faucet. Can you imagine that they didn't have that? They'd been walking 2-3 miles a day through their hills and rocky land so that they could get water that wasn't even potable. And so that the relationships that we're growing out there are unfathomable and highly admirable. And that's another reason why I'm here with this company specific. I talked a little bit about the distillation already. Remember that we're talking about the process, low heat, steam, and compression. I did talk a little bit or a lot on the certified pure therapeutic quality. It is, I want to mention, the highest quality on the market. It is the purest oil on the market. And it is, for those of you who are worried about organic, a level above. No question. Organic means certain things, A, B, and C. What we're doing in order to source and then extract and then distill and then test our oils is way beyond the level of organic. And that is important to note. Okay. Now let's get into how you use the oils. There's 3 different ways. We can use them through diffusion, or aromatically, I like to say. We can use them topically, and we can use them internally. And like I said before, essential oils are used for a very wide range of emotional and physical wellness applications. They can be used singly, like a single oil, lemon, lavender, frankincense, or in complex blends, like you'll hear me mention later, in tune, balance, those kinds of things that are usually depending, on how sophisticated the user is or what the desired benefit is that you're trying to get. They're administered 3 different ways: aromatically, topically to the skin, or taken internally as a dietary supplement. And the use of essential oils can be both profoundly simple and life-changing at the same time. They are naturally safe and have very few, if any, undesirable side effects when used as directed. However, they are very powerfully concentrated, and they should be used by care. So I would say only use pure therapeutic grade. Follow the directions or instructions on the bottles or in your product catalog. Don't put them in your ear canal, or in your eyes. And if you're seeing some type of redness or irritation on your skin, then try to use a fractionated coconut oil or vegetable oil to dilute the oil. Water will not dilute, by the way. All right. So, and then when you get your product catalog, you'll see some symbols in there. ATI can be used aromatically, topically, internally. So you know how to use your oils. You'll also see N, S, or D. This has to do with skin sensitivity. N can be used topically, neat, no dilution necessary. S, you might want to dilute for sensitive skin, not necessary. And D, you want to dilute, like oregano, cassia, black pepper, very hot oils you would most likely want to dilute. So where do you begin? Well, let's talk about all of these different ways to use them first. And I would say the way to begin is actually whichever way you feel most inclined to use the oils. To be honest, there really isn't a better way. When we're talking about aromatherapy, we're talking about smelling the oils. And we can use the oils this way simply by opening the bottles and smelling them, putting a couple drops in our hands, or we can use a diffuser. It doesn't matter. The difference is that if you use a diffuser, you're going to be able to have these microparticles permeate the air and remain suspended in the air, in the air, fully intact for hours with all of their natural benefits way more longer. Is that a word? Longer, much longer than if you put the oils in your hands. So right now I'm just taking a couple drops of Balance, which is a blend. It's a very grounding blend. I'm putting it in my hands. I'm rubbing my hands together. And I can just take a big inhale. And that is an aromatic use. It's also a topical use because it's going in my hands. So it's going to absorb into my bloodstream. And I'll want to inhale the oil several times. And depending on the desired effect that you're looking for, obviously is the kind of oil that you will use. So you can tell me now if my voice is starting to get a little more grounded. Because I tend to be super hyperactive when I'm talking. I have so much to say. But anyway, I could also open my bottle. Like I have a bottle of lemon sitting next to me too. Put it right under my nose and smell. And usually when you smell the oils, you guys, you have to smile because a lot of the oils are giving you an emotional reaction. And it's usually one of peace and happiness. And then, of course, the diffuser. When you're using a diffuser, there's many different kinds. The one on the top of the slide is a diffuser where you'd add water, and the essential oils are atomized along with water into minute icon particles and active oxygen ions, which are easily absorbed by the human body. And then when we have this quick change system at the bottom, this is a picture of our Aroma Ace. We also have a cloud diffuser. The one at the top with water was our Aroma Light. This basically can help you control the level of intensity of your oils. It transforms the oils into microfine vapor without the use of heat or water. The microparticles permeate the air and, like I said before, may remain suspended for hours, fully intact with all of their natural benefits. Now, one thing I want to say about diffusers, you guys, is that you get what you pay for. And so when you see an expensive diffuser on the market or in your catalog, the reason it's more expensive is it's giving you a grander benefit, I should say. It might permeate the microparticles into a bigger space, a bigger room, last for longer. The machine itself might actually go on for longer. Whereas if you have a much cheaper diffuser, you're going to get the benefit of the oil for sure, but it might not be as significant. Okay. And what happens when we're talking about aromatherapy, just a little background for those of you who are science geeks, is that we have something called the olfactory nerve, which connects our sense of smell to our brain. And when we smell something, it doesn't have to be an oil, it can be anything. You have a reaction in your brain. Like imagine if you walked into a bakery, what happens? Do you feel like a little tingle in your stomach? If you are a certain ethnic background and you smell a certain ethnic food, what happens in your body? What kind of feeling do you have? Or what kind of emotion do you have, right? Well, the same thing happens with the essential oil. And that's why they're a very powerful science. Now, the second way that we can use the essential oils is topically. And topically means on the skin. It's systemic, it's localized. It's like a massage work. It's for immediate comfort or immune support. And where you put the oils really depends on where you want to put the oils, to be honest. If you're doing an aroma touch session, which is 8 specific oils applied to your spine and to the specific zones on your back and on your feet, then there's 8 specific oils that are applied in specific areas. If you don't know where to put your oils, you can just put the oils on the bottom of your feet. That's usually a good place since the oils absorb the fastest into your bloodstream from the bottom of your feet. And sometimes you can use your intuition, right? It's kind of obvious. Like if you are dealing with, let's just say, digestive, you need a little bit of digestive support, then your stomach might be the place that you want to put the oils, right? If you're feeling like a little tension around your neck or your head or something like that, then maybe you want to put the oils on your neck or on your head, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's pretty intuitive where to place the oils. And not too hard to figure out if you're not that intuitive a person. All right. I place many oils on my body and use many oils aromatically daily. When I wake up in the morning, I use oils that help get me grounded, like Balance. I put it on the bottom of my feet. I use an oil called Clary Calm, which I put on my wrist. It's a hormonal blend. I put a little drop of frankincense on my body. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I use Slim and Sassy. I actually use that internally, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And I will use all of my facial products my anti-aging facial products on my skin. That's topical. Hair products, topical. I even put a little citrus bliss in a bottle of fractionated coconut oil, and I use that as a body lotion. That's topical. I do use our digestive blend daily on my tummy. And before I go to bed, I use oils that help promote a more restful night's sleep, and I use them on my body, like Serenity blend, which I'll talk about a little bit later, lavender, cedarwood, vetiver, Roman chamomile are all really great options. Ylang ylang are my first go-to choices. So as I begin to talk about some of the oils, I'll go into a little bit more description about them, but that's just an example of, yes, you can layer. Yes, you can put more than one on. Yes, 10 drops is not better than one, but if you're looking to do a little layering, you can do that yourself if it's not a blend. Okay. So let's talk about internal for a second. Internal is where I was talking about how we can actually get the health benefits. They can be taken as a dietary supplement, right? I've got pictures here of how I'm using them in my smoothies, and they're going into my mouth, down my throat, into my digestive system, liver, urogenital tract, and you get some really great benefits of taking the oils internally. And the most popular way to use the oils here, I have a picture of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and that is a pack that I use daily. It's 3 different bottles, so to speak, of your omega, your daily nutrient, your vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, and then your cellular vitality complex, the Alpha CRX. And this is a product, to be honest, I would not live without. Like if I had to pick one product that had doTERRA oils in it or was an oil, even though Citrus Bliss to me smells divine, and I love the smell of Serenity and Cheer and a lot of our other emotional oils like Motivate and Passion, I think the Lifelong Vitality is the biggest bang for your buck. You're really getting a whole bunch of essential oils in there that are helping support your immune system, your digestive system, your body's natural ability to detoxify itself, your brain function, etc. And so this is like a no-brainer for me. And we also have what's called the Daily Nutrient Pack, which is a smaller version of it. It's 2 bottles instead of 3. And I personally also add other supplements to my daily regime. I am taking, just so you guys know, the Mito 2 Max. I'm taking the PB Assist, which is our probiotic. I'm taking the Terrazyme Daily, which is our enzyme support, and our digestive enzyme support. And I'm also taking the DDR Prime, which is an enhanced supplement as well. So I don't want to go into every single product for you because I don't want you to get crazy and feel like you have to get everything on the spot. But if you do go to either the doTERRA Tools website, or I'll give you my own link, and if somebody else brought you here, you can surely go to theirs. But mine is mydoterra.com/Healy Hobson LLC, and that's spelled with 2 Y's, HAYLEYHOBSONLLC, then you'll see that you can actually read about every product. And what I also love in terms of education is doTERRA University. If you actually go through, there's a live section, a share section, and a build section. And if you go into the build section, you can actually read about all the products in there and actually learn about the compliant ways to talk about them online and on the internet. So let's explore some of the common oils. There are so many, but I just want to focus on a handful of them for now. Lavender is your all things calming oil. I mentioned this. It's an oil I like to use before I go to sleep to start feeling a little bit more relaxed. And you can diffuse it. It helps promote feelings of calmness and peacefulness and helps soothe the emotions. And all of these oils have other uses too. Like this one specifically is great for soothing. I wrote soothing, but it's soothing a bee bite or bug bite. And it's also great topically on your skin for irritation. Lemon is your clean and freshen oil. And notice at the top, you see your ATI and N, right? So this is aromatically, topically, internally, neat, can be used directly on the skin. So on each slide, you'll see how to use the oils. And you can use this with a drop of honey. If your throat's feeling dry, you can diffuse it in your room to neutralize odors and elevate the mood. That's what I use it for the most. I always have it in my office. It neutralizes odors. I bring it into hotel rooms. And it also, I put it in my hands all the time because it is very mood elevating. And I also keep a glass bottle in my kitchen with water in it, and I throw about 30 drops with about 4 ounces of water, and I spray it all around my kitchen counters and stainless steel appliances. And you can also take it internally with water. It's a powerful antioxidant and detoxifier. So peppermint is also great as a mouthwash. I love the beadlets. I have them everywhere around my house and purse and car. Just popping those beadlets as a drop of peppermint right in my mouth. It helps invigorate your lungs and increase your alertness. You can spritz around to cool you down. And it's great with tension in your body as well. Mixing it with lavender is fun too. Melaleuca is your sort of helps you with, it's like your cleansing oil, and you can apply it to your skin to help you with blemishes. Part of a cleansing program, you can use it with shampoo or conditioner for a healthy scalp. You can use it and apply it to your feet or toenails after showering, swimming, working out. Personally, this is a must-to oil when you travel as well. If you have anything happen to you and you don't know whether you're clean or not, go ahead and put Melaleuca on it. It's a great oil that's going to be very cleansing. Oregano for immune support. You can put put drops in an empty gelatin capsule. You definitely don't want to put it on your tongue itself, although there have been reasons why I've put it in my mouth before. It's great for immune support. You can dilute it, at the bottom of your feet or your kids' feet. It's a natural defense oil and great as a cleansing regime for your overall GI health. Frankincense on minor cuts and sores, great for your skin, awesome to help promote a healthy immune function. And it's perfect when you combine it with lavender or peppermint when you're feeling a sense of overwhelm or tension or stiffness. I would say in doubt, use frankincense. And if I had to literally pick a liquid oil versus the Lifelong Vitality Pack, this is the oil that I would want around me all the time. When in doubt, frankincense is the king of the oils. Deep Blue is your muscle and joint support. So now we're getting into blends, okay? So the other ones were direct single oils. This one is so great. You can apply it directly to your tired, achy joints. You can rub on your muscles before or after exercise. You can use the carrier oil if you want in a therapeutic massage. It also comes in a rub. We have a big, huge tub of it in our bathroom since all of us like to work out and since I tend to sit on planes all the time. Breathe is your respiratory support oil. Great on your chest for respiratory rejuvenation. We have so many other Breathe products now. The Breathe stick, the Breathe lozenges or throat drops. You can add it to your diffuser at night for a more restful night's sleep. And I use it with my kids all the time, like I said, on their chest or on the bottom of their feet for helping boost their immune system or for seasonal respiratory discomfort as well. Digestion. This is an oil I use every day. Maybe I'd have to have 2, frankincense on Digestion. I like to rub it on my stomach every morning and evening. It helps ease any digestive discomfort, or in my opinion, it's just sort of a go-to I use just because I've had years of digestive discomfort. You can also take it internally and you can put it directly in a drink, or we have it already pre-made in gel caps. And on your kids, you can put it at the bottom of their feet also. We also have, FYI, all of these oils that I'm talking about, we have in diluted roller balls. It's called the Touch Kit. So my kids each have their own Touch Kit for these basics. And then, of course, we have these oils all around our house as well. On Guard is our natural immunity defense oil, and it's great diffusing in a room to eliminate airborne pathogens, great in spray bottles, great to put on your hands instead of, maybe you're using some type of wipe. You can use this instead. You can put it, we actually include it in our toothpaste and laundry detergent and cleaner concentrates and throat drops. So there's many ways that we can get the On Guard into our body. And if you want a little extra, you can put it in an empty gelatin capsule for added immune support. So I consider those like the basics. Like you really can't live without them. But I also want to talk about some of the ones that I use the most, because I do think that there are some very yummy and still necessary oils that are not just the, oh my gosh, if something happens kind of thing. Like I have a lot of oils I use just every day just because. And Serenity is one of them. It's a very calming blend. And I love to use it to help me wind down. Sometimes I add it to my bath and some salts. I diffuse it every night before bed. Some people like to put it in an aromatherapy necklace. And personally, I actually combine it with a little extra ylang ylang or Roman chamomile when it's in stock. And I also love at this bedtime hour to add vetiver to the bottom of my feet and cedar wood to the base of my occiput behind my head and also my feet. A little more balance, like we talked about that before, and Clary, which I'm going to talk about in a second. These are my go-tos. Like, I love grounding and calming blends. Can you tell I need them? Healy Chrism is another one of those oils that I think is like a have to have in your purse and travel bag. And it's great on your skin. Amazing. It's in a lot of our skin products. It's a great anti-aging product. And it's also just great for the skin in general. So if you have anything that you feel like you want to get rid of on your skin, this is like your go-to oil. I talked about Clary, and this is a hormonal blend, and it's called a monthly blend for women. But let's face it, you guys, you have hormones too. And whether they're your pituitary glands or your thyroid glands or your sexual glands or whatever they are, your sexual glands, we are all functioning daily because of our hormones. And so I think Clary is a blend that everybody should be using, not just during your menstrual cycle. I use it daily, and it's very calming and grounding for me as well. Twice a day. I mentioned citrus bliss before. I personally love all the citrus oils like lemon and wild orange, very flowery oils like I mentioned, or ylang ylang earlier, are a lot of my favorites. And citrus bliss to me is just such a huge mood elevator. And I put it in my hands all the time. I put it in my fractionated coconut oil as a body oil. It's great to add to your laundry. It's amazing. And so again, like wild orange, lemon, citrus bliss, grapefruit. I am a big fan of the citrus oils. And I just want to add on that, we talked about deep blue before and oils that help relieve a little tension in your body. And I just want to add some of the other oils that I like going to that I do use almost on a daily basis are oils are a lot of the tree oils. Like I do use the white fir, the Douglas fir. I use the wintergreen. A lot of these oils are some of my favorites. Aroma Touch, which is a blend as well, are nice additions instead of just the deep blue. Okay. And then I can't say enough great things about the Emotions Kit. The Emotions Kit has your oils like peace, motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console. And I mean, basically that says it all, you guys. These oils come from the flowers and the trees and the fruits, and depending on, where they're coming from is going to give you a different kind of mood to play with. And there's a little chart on the inside of that cart, on the little side inside of that box. You can actually decide, what mood you're having and how you can help yourself choose another one. Doesn't help to help choose your thoughts as well, though. Just saying. Anyway, I've just showed you one of the kits. That was the emotional kit. We also talked about the home essentials without really talking about it earlier. That's where my basic 10 oils came from. And we've also talked about the touch kit, which is your kids kit or your diluted kit. So now I just want to show you a couple of more amazing kits. My probably favorite starter kit for most people, if they just literally want to start off and want to get really well grounded in the oils and want a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of lifelong vitality, a little bit of diffuser, a little bit of hand wash, a little bit of digestive products, your basic 10, and a little bit of my favorites is the Natural Solutions kit. This is like just your amazing starter kit. And, a lot of people who are building businesses start with this, and a lot of customers start with this. You can go smaller. You can go bigger. We talked about some of the smaller ones already. I'm just going to show you a picture of some bigger ones. The Every Oil kit was the kit that I talked about, that I have one sitting right next to me here in my office and one upstairs in my bedroom and an extra sort of spare everywhere, right? And this literally has every oil in it and a diffuser and a carrying case. And then of course, our whole product line is included in the Diamond Kit. So you guys, I am a big fan. I use every product in the Diamond Kit. This is a company where I really believe in every product that they have. There's nothing that I don't use, which says a lot. So if you want to find out more about getting started with essential oils, Like I said, if somebody else has sent you, feel free to go back to them. That's what you should do. And if you've come because of me, here is a link on my website, HealyHobson.com/essential oils with an S products. And if you forget that, all you have to really do is go to HealyHobson.com. In the top of my navigation bar, you'll see the essential oil links. HealyHobson.com/essential oils products. And right there, you're going to get so much more information about what they are, why I chose them, and how you can get started to either live, share, or build doTERRA. So thank you guys so much for showing up here today. Let's chat soon and help you get set up with your oils. I know you'll love them. And if you have any questions, feel free to hop on over to my website. Like I said, HealyHobson.com, or you can visit me on any of my social media channels. Really, all you have to do is get into Google and type Healy Hobson. But my Facebook handle is Healy Hobson Health Coach. My Twitter is Healy Hobson. My Pinterest is Healy Hobson69. And my Instagram is Healy Hobson. So I will see you over there online. I look forward to connecting with you. Enjoy oiling.